Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another session of the Hands of Death. Thank you for joining us. We'll get started in just a sec here. Some final setup things, and then we'll be all ready to go. Thanks for coming by.
As always, I'm your true host, Tony.
And I'm late.
Yeah, a little late.
But wait,
No
wait,
worries.
who's the other person? Who's the fourth person?
Yeah,
and what
yeah.
funny thing do you have to say?
I'm not funny.
Hey, Steph, can you do jokes real quick?
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Alligator.
Alligator who?
Alligator, I wish I had a joke.
Whoa! Oh,
You
so
got
good.
me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was hyper-focused watching your videos, and you were hilarious.
What?
No, not your YouTube videos. The videos that you make for me in
clips?
secret in your spare time. Those videos.
I do make Windy videos in secret.
He sends me secret videos.
And they're whole productions. They're not like casual chill things.
Wow, that sounds so wonderful.
Yeah, so when y'all level up in your friendship with me, that's what you get.
Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, all right. I need to work hard.
Gang, it's happened. It's finally happened. The One Ring has been found.
Wow.
Are you about to talk about some, like, Wizards of the Coast nerd shit?
The MTG One Ring card worth over $10 million off market, I think it's worth that much, has been found. It's written in Elvish. It's already been sold to the bounty buyer.
No.
It's incredible.
To the bounty buyer, the purveyor of great diapers.
There,
Wait, that's not a diaper company. That's a paper towel company. Which I guess in a pinch.
Oh no. There was like a famous basketball player or something, famous athlete, maybe a football player, who like put a bounty of like $2 million on the One Ring, and they paid it out. Yeah, it's crazy. I thought that would get more traction, but I guess not. Anyway, here we go. Game. All right.
I need you to remove Nightbot from our existence.
God. Hold on, I don't even have stream up.
Stop spamming emotes.
All I want to do is to give you 5 sparkles, but it's like you can only do 3.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Nightbot. I need to get that fixed.
Didn't you used to have Nightbot stuff?
Like way back in the day, but now we do stream elements here in this house.
I've been monitored heavily.
Oh, that's because I have it as like PG-13 on my streams,
and I'm absolutely rated X.
Yes.
I've seen other Nightbot users like get Nightbot to do cool things, like rag on people when they're doing funny stuff, or like rag on the streamer. So like, there's got to be a way to tune it.
I believe in you. It's gonna be super.
If I don't answer right away, it's because I'm definitely really prepared for this. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I answer as well when I'm really prepared for things.
Let's see, did the stream title update? Yeah, it did. All right, cool. So does anybody want to give me a quick recap of what happened last time?
We killed Rilla, and it was great.
You did kill Rilla. Yep. Go ahead.
We started our adventure last time out in the cold, watching everyone hold hands but kind of far apart, and then they all ran off in different directions, and then we argued for a bit, and we tracked we like met up at a tree, and then we climbed a tree, and then we went down the tree, and then we decided better go find Lind, and then we found Lind, and he was hiding in the cave, and then we we're like, hey Lind, you should stay here, and then we had a fight, showdown to the death, and Rilla was like, oh no,
don't forget that a certain someone went up the tree again.
Oh yeah, we went up the tree. Lilith went up the tree again. Up the tree again, and it was super. And now we're going back to the cabin, the chateau, whatever it's called.
The chalet.
I went to my place of business and like thoroughly bragged. I mean, like,
my
ego from last session Like, it's almost like I've been doing this my whole life,
Wow.
I accomplished something and I used my brain. So
that is the coolest thing about role-playing games. Is
yeah,
when you get to do that, in my opinion.
I got my first high.
Yeah. That's the real stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to clean up some aspects here that I don't think are going to apply. I also wish that the fate core thing had complaints. All right. So that's right. You killed Rella, you questioned her ghost, you got Catherine's relic off of her, given to her trusted lieutenant, who failed her, unfortunately.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, it's really, really embarrassing. You got Lind on your side, and then I think we'll pick it back up right as you're standing outside that sort of open cavern in the mountain pass, snow blowing all around you, the late night moon hanging high in the air, the cold chill creeping into your bones, all of you standing there wondering what you should do next.
And remind me, did Lind come with us or not?
Lind is with you, yeah. So right now you're still like at the cavern because I wanted you guys to have a bit to plan before you headed to the chalet. But Lind has expressed desire not to come with you. Right? He would much rather not come, and he's made arguments about how he can be more useful if he doesn't come.
Yes. Right. So we're gonna go to the chalet. I think we should.
I'm gonna climb a tree again.
Stop climbing trees, Lilith. Okay.
What if I just
worked.
had one thing that I did and
hey,
that was it?
Players learn. It's worked out for you twice already. The third time, it's got to give you something.
Well, the problems start when you come down from the trees, and I need you to stay up in the trees.
But I can just always climb it again.
We should go to the chalet. We should set up a trap for Catherine.
Okay.
And yeah, should be our plan.
Now she should be there in the chalet waiting for the winner of the rite to get back.
Oh, and I have my powders and drugs.
You do, yeah. You have a selection of illusionary powders.
We were gonna maybe work with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we? Okay. I think we should. We need to freak her out. I think we need to use all the powders, and we need to create a spectacle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this like a distraction? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking a distraction. Distraction to get her a little bit off her balance, a little bit off her toes, and then we go in and we, do the deed here.
Subtle intimidation, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. But not subtle. Like really loud, as fiery as we can make it. Yeah. Where are you going, Esther?
Sorry.
Oh, where are you going, Lilith? Where are y'all going?
No. So the way my screen is laid out, I can't actually see them if they're over there. So I'm moving them so I can see them.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay.
It's cruising.
Oh, and sorry, I'm gonna be in character. Okay, fine. We freak her out, and then
we kill her.
Great. So what does that mean? We kill her. You do it? You do the deed? You slash her with your little cane sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to refresh my memory. Are these people particularly difficult to kill, or?
Well, currently the majority of everyone is off in the cave where Rella's ghost went.
Lynn pipes up and says, "If I might interject. Also, I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm sure you are, since you're probably professionals, but she did used to be a rather scrappy urchin on the streets of Charas. I'm sure she's picked up a few tricks in her time."
You hear that, Professor? She's scrappy. How do you kill a scrappy woman?
You can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I'm as scrappy as they come.
Lilith, please stop climbing trees and let the adults talk. Lind, did you have anything else to contribute?
I wish I could help more. I really do. If I knew more about her tactics or her abilities, I would tell you. All I can tell you is that she's quite alert, and she's rather good with a crossbow.
That's good to know.
We have
Thanks,
so
Lynn.
much in common.
She's not a role model.
Trust me, Lilith, no one here is a role model. Me perhaps.
I don't know, Florence. Did you ever kind of get a rush when you do the deed? Not that deed, the killing thing.
Yes.
Vegetables. Sorry, Stephanie is screaming out right now. I like it.
Alagard, I could do with more killing and planning to kill and less about your intimate life, okay?
That's not what I was asking.
I believe.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's very exciting, but I think we need to convince her that one of us has won the right.
Oh.
Well, as the most likely person to win, I suppose.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Ester, the winner?
Lind, what do people have to bring back in order to be considered the winner?
Well, generally, they'll have a selection of trophies from those that they've dealt with in their path to and from the mine. Other than that, there's not much. It's really more of an honor system since everybody's so devoted.
I see. Lind, may I see your hand for a moment?
Oh, he looks at you. Are you you're not brandishing a knife or anything, are you?
No, but I have a wicked grin. As I'm sort of just playing with the keys in my hand.
He thinks about resisting for a moment and then gingerly reaches his hand out because he knows of this. He realizes the situation he's in.
I slap it down. Put that paw away. I was joking, Lind. It was a joke.
You have some very deep-seated issues. I'm just going to say it.
Love you too, babe. Now, what do we do about this situation? I don't care for the plan of I'm just going to kill her. Look how well that worked with Rayla. Multiple of us almost died.
It's part of the job.
No, Professor, I'm asking how are you going to kill her?
Well, let me take a quick peek through my satchel. I start rummaging around and kind of laying out all the powders so that we all can look at them. I know we still have some of this fire color magic.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you do still have some powders that change the color of fire. You have a selection of illusory powders, which is an aspect you can invoke, which also lets you they create mild hallucinations if they're thrown in somebody's face.
Right.
You can also don't forget you can also use craft to whip up new powders, right? And stuff that does things because you have your herb bag. So you could say I want to create this powder that does this and then roll crafts to see if you can make it.
Okay, what kind of hallucinogen would work for our mission?
The only limiting factor on that is time. Whipping up something will take a few hours, but you have that. So
oh gosh.
Yeah.
Do we? Well, I was also asking Florence and Ester.
Could you make a powder, an illusion powder, strong enough to convince convince Catherine very, very briefly that Rayla was there? We could put on her clothes.
Sorry, you'll have to run that "we" phrase by me again one more time.
Well, one of us is about the height of Rayla here, and and I look right at Ester, and I think one of us could really pull it off.
Listen, I don't doubt that I can be a lioness battle babe, but that's not. Ugh. I just meant I would talk at her and maybe you would stab her in the back or something.
Oh, Lynn says, I have some foundation and other makeup accessories with me, if those would be helpful.
Perfect,
course
Lynn.
you
Thank
do.
you.
Why don't I give it a go? Let's see if we can potentially muster Rayla as well as Theodore,
Mm-hmm.
or perhaps one over the other. Shall I roll?
Fine, but Lynn, swap coats with me.
He takes his coat off and, like, shakes his head.
And I give him my coat.
Lynn's coat is much finer, filled with it has a couple of gold buttons on it and other, like, weird filigree sewn into it. It's not warmer, though. You've given up some warmth with this, but it does look better.
I just want to exert my power over him.
Okay, so sorry, what are we trying to make here?
We're trying to make a hallucinogenic property so that we can disguise Esther as Rayla temporarily to the point. I would like it to last at least until the point that Esther can get a look at the vision.
Right. Okay. So I think there's two aspects to this. I think the first is a deceive aspect to disguise, to put the disguise together. And I think the second is a crafts aspect to craft the hallucinogen. Now, the hallucinogen you'd have to get into the air, right, inside the chalet for Catherine to be affected by it. Is that right? Is that what I'm understanding?
We could drop it down the chimney because I like climbing. And then as the poof of fire color smoke, that could help push it out into the air.
I think dropping it down the chimney and, like, saying you're making, like, an aerosolized powder makes sense. Like, I think you can rig up some sort of release mechanism where it hits the bottom of the chimney and then blows up and, like, coats the interior of the chalet in this powder. But it will be obvious to anybody inside the chalet that, like, a bomb has been dropped inside the chalet.
Maybe we shouldn't do this then.
Is there another idea you have?
Well, such a fun idea. We could pretend that Lilith, we could put your mask back on and have you pretend to be the victor of the right here.
Am I
And
that
maybe she'll be convinced.
convincing?
Well, you could take both articles
anyone
of
in our
Lilith's
team-
clothing, some of mine, and some of Lynn's, and be like, I defeated all these people.
Does anyone in our team have deceive?
I have two.
No. I have two.
Oh, Esther, ring a ding ding.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? Is that a better idea?
Esther has deceive, and that is where I'm putting my coins.
I like to call it the creative truth.
So we could use our powders in some other facet, and I mean, we could still work on how could we dissipate it throughout the building prior to Esther entering, or would that not even matter?
I don't think it would matter. Maybe we could have Esther just go up as Esther, as they are, and give them, our own, I guess, tokens.
I have poison.
So just to chime in here, the delivery method of the particular hallucinogen can be changed too. For example, you could make it a touch poison and then smear it all over Esther's hands, and then when they go to shake Catherine's hands disguised as Rella, that could be a delivery method.
I can poison ivy it.
Yeah, you could poison ivy it. I mean, there are, you have the ability here, Lily, to cook something up.
I do like that. That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's going to work. Generally, if the GM gives you a plan, but I'm just saying you have options. No, that's probably a good idea.
It's a pretty fun plan. I like a touch poison. I like a disguise. Or even no, I think Ester should go as themselves.
Although they're
And-
famously not touchy-feely, but if anyone can pull it off, it is Esther.
True.
Child, do not remark upon my intimate life, upon which there is entirely too much talk of. Now this plan is fine, let's do it.
Great.
Oh my god. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, my cat is eating a wasp.
Le-
The cat is
Lilith.
eating a wasp.
Lilith, I will never understand why you bring that wasp-eating thing around.
The other thing to keep in mind is that I don't think everybody's defined all their stunts yet. So if there's one stunt that you're thinking like, "Ooh, I could make this work here," then you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so one stunt I have been thinking about is something like gaze at me, or something like that, as in like becoming the center of everyone's attention.
Oh yeah, you could make it a role where you can like expand the use of provoke to get everybody to pay attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that a lot.
It's pretty good. That's a great
Very
idea.
in character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi. Crisis averted.
Maybe if his face swells, I might have to go.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anything happened. Anyways, sorry. What did I miss?
Okay, so the plan is, we're making a touch poison, and Esther's gonna go in as is.
And the two of you will...
Well, Lilith, I think, should shimmy down a chimney. 'Cause they seem like she really wants to do that.
Oh, great. First a cold-hearted killer, and now you can be a jolly old man. Sure, love it. Great
What are you
plan.
talking
And you?
about? And well, I think I'll put myself into a spot that is most advantageous towards death.
Fine.
I would really like to mix something up that's gonna create some level of
We could just make a bomb.
Like Scare the Baby suggests, arson is always a great option.
We love
Good.
arson. We could just blow up the chalet.
I'm pretty sure Catherine likes arson as well.
So just a heads up, if the chalet does start to burn or gets blown up, it'll be seen and heard from a long way off, and that will summon all of the Bright Eyes back to see what's happened.
It's true.
Some sort of smaller
But what if it was
explosive, I
a
suppose.
green burn and they thought it was from their false god?
I still think they'd be interested in investigating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're all pretty confident they'd hurry back and abandon the right.
I'm interested in some level of paralysis in this poison.
I like that.
Is that something we can do?
Yes, very much so.
I think that is what I think we just focus on, in the event that we can't finish the job immediately, at least, do something that's going to create some sort of irreparable damage to her, to buy us whatever time we might need. I just don't want to go through what we just went through with this last fight. That felt really close. And she's going to be no easier. Esther, can we count on you? Are you going to fluff this up?
Lily, do not question me. Give me time with her. You can do this thing of yours.
All right, let's roll for a poison.
Yeah. Okay, making a crafts roll to create a poison. Let's see. So what specifically do we want this to do? It's touch application, and it will paralyze upon touch.
Enough dose would kill. But if for any reason the application doesn't go perfectly, then we're talking paralysis in different stages.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so it's some sort of like what's the word for that? Not narcotic. I can't remember the word right now. It's too early for my brain to come up with that word. Nerve
Everything would
agent. Thank you,
flow.
Scare the Baby. Yes, it's some kind of nerve agent that basically paralyzes your ability to breathe, and then that's how it kills you. Okay. Yeah. So this is difficult to make. Let me see here, especially with your limited tools. Not impossible.
I love that. We'll inflict botulism upon Catherine. We'll give her some poorly pickled items.
Okay, I'm gonna say you need to beat a 5 to make this.
Okay.
So close.
Let's.
Oh, by the way,
I can give you a boost.
I should refresh your fate points. There we go.
Refreshed. Can I wait? Sorry, is this with crafts?
Yes.
Is this something I could potentially help with?
Do you have crafts as a skill?
I do.
Yeah. How are you helping?
I'm thinking I'm gonna reach around in Lynn's jacket and find something that is supposed to be gold, but isn't actually gold. And if you scratch away at it, it's toxic underneath.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Makes
Lead.
sense. You reach around in Lynn's pockets and you pull out this little tiny like golden horse figurine. It's like a little tiny figurine of a horse, of like a stallion, and he like looks at it and goes, "Oh, I forgot that was in there." And then you like just scratch at it, Esther, and like a bunch of the gold flakes just come off. It's lead underneath. Yeah.
Is this of any use to you, Lilith?
Oh, gimme. Okay.
All right, so that'll kick you up to 5. Okay, so
Is having a stunt, does that give me any additional boost on top of my numbers?
having a stunt can expand your use of a skill or like give you more when you succeed at a skill. So it doesn't it doesn't give you straight bonuses. The only time a stunt gives you bonuses is when you are under specific situations, right? So like it wouldn't give Ester bonuses to provoke all the time, but it would give Ester bonuses to provoke when they're trying to provoke somebody who they're in a relationship with, right? Like that would be an example of a stunt, a very narrow one, but so you could say like Lily has a stunt that when she makes, you know, paralytic agents or like poisons, they get +2. But then that's locked in and you got that stunt for the life of your character.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I was just asking because like herbs was a stunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently your stunts so what the herbs are is that we basically said that as a stunt you always
'Cause I
have
carry them.
you
Yeah.
always have the required tools. You don't have to spend a
Yes,
fate
yes.
point to generate the necessary ingredients. You always have your bag
Perfect.
with you.
Now, what if we were to, is this worth using our illusory powders to bump us up now, or should we utilize those later on in the mission?
Uh
What do you
so you're at a 5 right now. To succeed with style, you need to get 3 or more shifts above the target.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say
we're,
no.
we're not going to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could if you re-rolled, maybe. Who knows?
No,
Could get 2
no,
pluses.
No, stop. Get out of here. Shoo.
Okay. Be gone! Be gone from me! Yeah.
Be gone, GM.
So shall we just, we'll take the 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just make sure. Yeah.
Man, I'm being so bad right now, and I was just like looking at cute things on the internet while playing, and I need to stop doing that. Otherwise, I'm gonna start like injecting cute things into Esther's like personality, and that's no good.
Maybe next time.
Okay. All right. I'm here. I'm queer, and you're gonna, I guess, throw powder all over my wrist or some shit, and then I'm gonna like, I don't know, be like, oh, rubber lips, and then she'll be like, whoa.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was having that rule right. Okay, cool. All right, so you've crafted this nerve agent that will be able to coat Esther's hands, and when they shake Catherine's hands, they will inflict this upon them. Now, I will have Catherine make a roll versus your crafts at that point in time, and it will also apply an aspect to her. So we'll see how much damage you deal with her right off the bat. It might be that you roll so well that you just, kill her. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, you're all set.
Is that sorry?
Yes.
Can I just like take like a poll real quick? Is that the most fun if it's on my hands? Is it more fun if it's somewhere else?
Oh
I
my
think
god.
this was
No.
useful if it's on your hands. And
What I was going to tell you, the closer you get to her throat, her heart, her mouth, the better.
Now that sounds very fun.
Great. I mean, fine.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
And let me be 100% clear. Don't jump the gun, so to speak. Like, let me talk to her.
okay, I can't wait to see if she gives you a vision, because that would be fun too.
Yes, I'll be reborn, dysgracia, struggle, and
All right,
Stuff.
let's go. Lind, stay here.
Lynn nods. Gladly. And you all trek across the frozen mountain passes to get back to the chalet.
Can we give Lind a warning signal that he can call to us that we can hear? Or is that not a practical?
Yeah, you totally could do that. What would you? How would you like to set it up?
If you see anyone or hear anyone, any indication that someone's returning earlier than expected, do you know any bird signals?
Bird signals, just scream extremely loudly.
There you go.
I'll devise a certain signal that you'll all notice. Yes.
Great.
Don't worry. I'm quite good at letting people know I'm on. I'm quite good at tattling when I need to be.
Excellent.
Okay.
lovely land. We'll see you soon. I'm sure.
Hopefully. Best of luck. Yes, best of luck indeed. And you all know he's like looking back at his things and like judging whether or not he can pack up and get out of here before you get back.
Oh, like, do I in fact notice that?
Yeah, I mean he's not going to do it. Like he's probably gonna stick around, but there's like a faint hint of him like glancing back and like maybe I could just book it.
Oh, well, in that case, I go up and I like just sort of like grab him by the wrist. Now I think I'm a little taller than him. That's how I'm
Wait,
thinking of this.
Do you have poison hands right now? Make it
No,
nice.
no. And I say, Lind, wait for me.
You are very difficult. Fine. Will do.
And I walk off.
Okay. All right. Great. You all trudge across the frozen mountain pass and make your way back to the chalet. You come up over a slight hillock, so you can like see the chalet and kind of into its windows a bit. You see the few sparse trees around it. Nobody else is around. It's the dead of night out here on the Yotharan Mountains. The full moon hangs high in the sky. You can feel the cold wind blowing through your hair and your clothes. Hear the crunch of the snow as you move through it with your boots, and smell the fresh scent of pine that wafts around in the air. You can see that there is a fire lit in the chalet's chimney as smoke is rising up out of it, and it has an odd purplish color to it, the likes of which is definitely not natural.
All
getting
right.
into that.
I don't think you should go down the chimney. I feel like that would be a terrible idea, actually. I feel like at this point we should split up, and Lily, you and I should flank the side of the chalet and try and enter at a different spot. And Esther, what is the sign that you'll give us that you're ready for us to engage?
You'll know it when you see it.
I don't know anything about you when I see you. You're just like this obscure artist who does strange things all the time. What does that mean? Can you have a sign, please?
Love you too, dear. And I just sort of walk towards the front.
Come on, let's go.
Esther strides
go.
across the snow-caked ground, crunching as they go, and eventually reach the door to the chalet. It's heavy oaken wood. You can't hear anything from inside except the creaking and groaning of an old house.
Right.
So, Lily and Florence, where are you going to be?
I think we should go
Gotta be
up
a back
around
entrance.
the backside and see if we can wiggle a window open or something.
Okay, so there are no back entrances into the chalet, but there are some windows there's one there's some large wide windows on the front part of the chalet which don't open, and there's one singular window in Catherine's office, that room you went into with the desk and the rug underneath it before.
Can we get up there?
You could, if you're going to try to get that window open and get inside. I need somebody to give me a stealth roll.
I got it.
You're stealthy. I'm 0 on the stealth scale, so that'll be a U.
Why did we bring you along? I'm just kidding.
Here for the good ideas.
That's true. Okay, yes. I will roll for stealth.
Okay, get +1 to it. Esther, you're about to do something, right?
I'm thinking I'm just gonna like go on in.
Okay, yeah, get +1 to the stealth roll.
You mean?
Whoever would roll stealth, get +1 to it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot to take off my physical stress from last time. Can I undo that?
Yes. So once the conflict ends, any stress you've taken, remove it, but any consequences will stick around.
Okay.
Good
to know. Thought I was gonna die.
Ooh,
I'm like, this is it.
quite the stealth roll.
Yes.
God
Okay,
damn.
Get in there.
Let's go.
Gently and gingerly, Lily levers the window open inside Catherine's office, and it creaks slightly. It opens just a bit, and then you put your hand in the gap and press it open. You can both step inside the chalet so quietly, like shadows sliding across a castle wall. Fuck, I'm tired. All right, Esther, what are you doing?
Is like the sort of like initial main entrance area, that's not the dining hall. I think we walked in here like the very first time we came in, right? There's like some sort of larger room.
No, it is the dining hall. Like the first thing you see after you enter is the dining hall, and then there's a door to the left that leads to another hallway, which leads to Catherine's office and the bedroom where you found the relic room beneath it and all that stuff.
Okay. I walk in and I simply yell, Catherine, I'm back.
The cold wind curls around your legs as you pass into the chalet. Do you shut the door behind you?
Absolutely.
Okay, you close it behind you. It takes a few moments, and then rising from the basement steps, coming up slowly and methodically, you see Catherine the Celestial Guise walk up the stairs. Now, as you entered into the chalet, you could tell that there was a faint purplish smoke, thick and heavy, hanging in the air here. Something is burning in the fireplace that is causing this miasma to be generated around the entirety of the chalet. Catherine turns towards you and smiles. She doesn't say anything. She's waiting for you to continue.
What is she wearing?
She's wearing like this kind of like white dress that she's had on the whole time. White blouse and like black pants, and then over her whole ensemble, she has the same cloak she's been wearing the entire time, which is blue with like star-like patterns stitched into it.
Okay. Catherine, I've come here to speak to you.
Her smile grows a little wider.
Will you do me the favor of sitting with me?
She walks forward slightly and says, "Of course." She pulls out a chair for you and then pulls out a chair for herself at one of the tables and seats herself down.
Thank you. Catherine, I was wondering, as I've made it here, instead of a vision, could I learn something of you?
She sighs. So you made it all the way out to the mine and back in this short of time? That's impressive, Ester. Very impressive.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Apologies, Catherine. I did no such thing.
Oh. Well, I hope somebody explained to you how the rite works. This is unusual.
I am aware. And so I'm wondering if I can ask you an equally unusual question.
She narrows her eyes slightly. What would you like to ask?
Catherine, tell me of the first time you felt white, hot desire.
Okay.
She leans back slightly, raises an eyebrow, and says, I think it would be when I was a child on the streets of Charis, and I cut my first purse. The rush and the thrill of taking that rich noble's money. The weight of the coin bag in my hand. She shakes her head. No, no. It would have to be when I discovered the Disgratia. When it reached out to me and spoke to me and told me what I should do, that I should form the bright eyes. My desire to have that dream manifest. She smiles. I think that would be my greatest desire.
Catherine, I have so many questions for you about the Disgratia and indeed your time on the streets, but may I tell you a story?
Please. I'm a little bored waiting here for somebody to get back. Any entertainment is welcome.
I would like to tell you of the first time I felt white, hot desire.
Lily and Florence, you're both inside Catherine's office, which means that between you and the room Ester is in with Catherine right now, there is a hallway. You can hear a creaking noise coming from the hallway just outside the office door.
Oh.
Go ahead, Ester, continue.
I was never very successful at my craft, you see. And I found myself looking at others, thinking of them, thinking of what they had. Maybe they cheated their way. Maybe they legitimately succeeded. I don't know. But I distinctly remember the first day I saw a relic.
She doesn't look surprised or put off by what you've said. Rather, she smiles with confidence as if she was expecting this.
Catherine, if I may, let us put the disgratia aside for one moment and tell me of the cut purse life. Was that enough the one time?
Oh no, never enough. Always more to take. Always more
Precisely.
satisfaction to be garnered from struggling to survive.
Precisely. Which is why even now, even in my moment of triumph, I find myself feeling nothing but an intense desire for more. And I slam the keys down on the table.
You mean the skeleton key?
Yes.
Okay. You slam it down on the table. It hits. Catherine looks down at it, smiles. Let's cut back over to Florence and Lily. What are you two doing at the moment?
Oh my gosh. Ester's insane. Okay. I think we should grab the oil from the lantern that's probably on her nightstand and oil up Catherine's hinges on that door and see if we can peek out into the hallway to see what's there.
Sure. That's fine. Go ahead and give me another stealth roll.
This sucks. So, like, this is just the tone of voice, the lilt. Ugh.
Okay, here we go. I don't have any stealth.
Lily can roll it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Good fucking luck, fellow players.
I'm here for ideas and not execution.
Pretty good. Oh, you. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Wow. You oil up the hinges to Catherine's office gingerly, slowly, methodically open the door to the office to peek out into the hallway. And you see Catherine crouched down in the hallway, slowly opening the door to the grand room of the chalet, pointing a crossbow directly at Ester's back.
Blah.
Yeah, I think we gotta attack her.
I've got a crossbow.
You want to crossbow the crossbower?
It seems
Like the thing to do? Yeah.
Sometimes you're the crossbower, sometimes you're the crossbowee. It's hard to say.
it's unfortunate that I don't have the poison. Okay. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Let's go.
Esther, let's cut back over to you real quick. What would you like to do?
Catherine, I ask you, this disgratia business is bullshit. What do you really desire?
Oh, she says, glancing down at the key and smiling. I was wondering when you were going to reveal yourself, if ever. She leans forward. Esther, the thing is that it's not bullshit. I really did see a god. I really did open a pathway to a new realm of understanding. You might think it's something I've concocted to create this cult you see around you, but I assure you, the disgratia is real. And Esther, in that moment, you realize something's happened to Catherine, and she believes this 100%.
Then I apologize for invoking a roll here, but in that case, can I attempt to break her will?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's try that. You by the way, it's totally okay to invoke rolls. You absolutely should do that.
Okay.
So yeah, my goal is to just sort of I mean, yeah, like reveal that this Disgratia business is bullshit, in that she isn't perhaps as not stable, in control as she thinks she is, I guess.
Yeah. Like her belief may be unfounded.
You know.
So let's see. Yep, you can. Okay. Okay. I'm going to roll her will versus your provoke, and it'll go straight to our mental stress boxes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, she doesn't have a good will either, which makes sense.
What did I get?
Well, I got a 1. That's 3 shifts.
Oh.
I'm so proud of you.
Would that do anything? I guess that wouldn't do anything if I even boost that more, would it?
It could. So right now I have to take care of 3 shifts worth of damage, right? Which means, depending on how many stress boxes she has, I might have to take a consequence. If you kicked it up to 4, then I might take a higher consequence.
I mean, we know this Disgratia business is bullshit, and I would like to, if it's okay, this is a little retconning, dump a little bit of the illusory powder on the table at the same time, and use both of those free invokes.
Oh, like call to reference that. Okay. So the illusory powders doesn't have any free invokes left, so you'd have to spend a fate point to do that. But you could use the free invoke on the Disgratia business is bullshit and spend a fate point for the illusionary powders.
Then that's what I want to do.
Okay, so spend that fate point, and you're gonna get +2 for each of those.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, in that case, I have to defend. So I will spend one of Catherine's fate points, and I will call on her aspect illusory self-confidence. Or excuse me, that's a stunt. Let's see. I'm gonna invoke her trouble, which is everything will turn out fine. I can't fail. So I will kick it up to a 3 in her case, and you will kick it up to a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 5 shifts of damage I gotta take care of.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, do I want to burn another fate point to kick it up more?
Sorry.
I don't.
Wow, I am feeling this cheers for cat panic as well.
That's real bad if I don't take care of this now. Okay. Nope. I think I gotta take it. Okay. So here's what happens. So you deliver this to her. You rattle her. You know you've rattled her. Like you've rattled people before. You've really rattled her, but she still looks confident for some reason. I have to take off her 1 shift mental stress box, and I have to give her a moderate consequence to deal with the 5 shifts of mental damage here. So what moderate consequence, which you can all spend fate points to call on later, would you like her to be inflicted with? I think shaken and unsteady, or go ahead.
What about, is this too much? Knows that death is coming, but can't do anything about it.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. Yeah. Knows that death is here. Okay. Cool. Yeah. She should be rattled, but she has this easy air of confidence, and I think at that exact point we'll cut back to Catherine and or sorry, we'll cut back to Florence and Lily. You see the other Catherine's finger shift to the trigger of the crossbow.
Right. Lily, can you whip out your crossbow and an attack? It's a short distance.
I have higher athletics than I do shooting.
You could try that.
And I'm thinking, considering her fingers on the trigger, I should just run at her and do one of my little leg things.
So if you're trying to like tackle her or take her down, that's a physique roll. Athletics is used for defending against physical actions.
Okay.
How high's your shoot?
2. I'm
Do you
gonna
wanna-
shoot her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grab my crossbow immediately, and pull back. Take a deep breath and I shoot.
Okay. Let me give me a sec here.
Can we give you a stunt? Hold on. Can you use a stunt? Do you have can you tip your crossbow and some poison or something? Like,
Oh,
tip the bolt into poison. Can that be something you do?
I would love to do that.
You can if you'd like. You can say you have a stunt where you always poison your bolts, right? Or rather, let's do this. We can say when you create a chemical, when you create an effect for something else, you also always poison your crossbow with that effect. Just need to think of a
Or
cool name for that. Or
I could just dip my bow into the lantern and just light it on fire.
you could do that. Yeah. That takes more time than you think it does. You'd have to coat the lantern and you have to coat the arrow in oil and then like light it. It's actually harder to do that than you think.
Okay.
I think you should do the poison. Like dipped in poison. That should be your stunt. You can have it with your weapons.
Anything that involves Ester not dying.
How many stunts do I get?
Cool.
3. You can take more, but every stunt you take over 3 decreases your fate point refresh by 1. So if you have 4 stunts, when the session starts, you get 2 fate points instead of 3.
Okay, yeah, that can be a stunt. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, think of a cool name for that, and like we'll have to define that. So the definition is like whenever you make a substance, like a poison with your kit, you always poison your crossbow as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. In that case, the nerve agent should be on there. So go ahead and give this a shot, and I will defend with her athletics.
Is there any mechanical benefit for her like focusing so intensely on me?
Yeah, it feels like there should be, but I think.
I mean, she's already aiming.
Yeah, I think what this represents more is like. So when you're shooting, it represents more like her natural ability to like shift out of the way.
Okay.
Is it worth roll? No, you don't roll twice. Never mind. Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll shoot versus athletics. Ooh.
Oh.
Hot rolls.
I'm so proud.
Hot rolls. Holy
Esther,
cow.
I guess I do care about you after all.
Wow, that's beautiful. But
Oh
also
my
consider
gosh.
bumping it up.
Just one notice roll and I would have had it. Okay. I'm
Should I?
going to I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna spend a fate point to get a reroll. And I'm gonna call on Warm and Ruthless in the Face of Death, which is one of her aspects, which is exactly what's happening here. I'm going to get a reroll, and then I'm going to use one of Catherine's stunts, which is illusory self-confidence. Actually, that doesn't make sense in this situation. Dang. All right, I'm just going to get a reroll with athletics. Here we go. 2. Okay, I'm looking at 3 shifts of damage here.
How can we boost you up?
What about that death is coming?
Yeah, knows that death is here. That is an aspect you could spend a fate point to call on. Absolutely.
I feel like that's a good idea.
Sure. Done.
Okay, spend a fate point, add 2. So you're at, what is it, 7 now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I can't have her just.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, we did start 15 minutes late.
This is the balance to all the strife we went through with the last battle.
Yeah, seriously.
Us realizing, okay, big numbers.
Big numbers, good. Yeah, I mean, you did beat her in her main arena. I do have 1 fate point left, though, and it would be a shame to. So here's the thing: you're hitting me with 7 right now. So I could. Oh, I can't. Oh, Esther, you screwed me over. She can't concede. We definitely need to go into a conflict after this. Yeah, okay. So, Lily, you watch her finger like go to the trigger. She pulls it slightly, and then you just get your crossbow and just hit her with 7 shifts hits of damage. You inflict a severe consequence. And actually, I'm just going to say, yeah, this is fine. You fire, the crossbow flies. You can see this confident look on Catherine's face as she's about to shoot Ester in the back, and then the crossbow bolt just goes right through her neck.
Whoa.
And she just leans forward slightly, turns around to look at you with her last few breaths of life, and has this incredibly surprised look on her face, and then just hits the ground with a slump.
Oh, Lily, that's so good.
Esther, the Catherine that is in front of you disapparates, vaporizes into bubbles that pop.
And I get up. Is it done?
Lily runs straight over to Esther and grabs their hand. I want to save as much of this as we can. Did you touch anything?
Florence is like resourceful.
Good.
So
I think we used things for that, so I don't want it to go to waste.
I appreciate the eyes on the prize. Did you kill her? Is she gone?
You can see Catherine's dead body just like slumped there in the chalet.
Hmm. And I walk over to the body.
Mm-hmm.
And I remove the cloak.
You go to grab the cloak, and as your fingers touch it, a rush goes through you, an exhilaration. You realize in this moment that the cloak's a relic. But there's something very odd about it. It's not a full-blown relic. For some reason, while you're holding on to it, you feel a faint draw of power into your fingers, almost as if you were holding a piece of a broken mirror. And you
Esther,
can't
are you all right?
quite see the whole image it's reflecting.
I'm fine. We should gather Lind and get out of here, but Lilith, go fetch me that collar. Per your promise.
What collar?
What color?
The Rella's relic. You remember last time you promised Esther the collar?
I did.
Yeah. It was last time. Like, so when Rella's
On Theodore?
Okay.
when Rella's ghost appeared, like she told you what the relic was, and then Esther was like, "I want it,"
Okay.
and you were like, "Fine, I'll give it to you." And
Number
I-
17.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
what happened.
begrudgingly reach inside of my satchel and I hand the collar over to Esther.
Oh no, it's down in the relic room. You gotta go get it, but you can go
Gotta
do
go
that.
get it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Lily, you run off. You fetch the collar. You head down to the relic room. You see the span of bright eye relics here, now useless without their Verdanthy to make use of them, and bring the collar back up to Esther.
Hmm. Will you two go fetch Lind? I need a moment with this.
While I'm in the relic room, is it possible that I get Rella's daughter's relic as well and keep it? Is it in there?
I think that was on Rilla.
Oh, I have it. I already have it. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it again? I have to write it down.
It's a doll,
That's right. Okay. Thank you.
not the food.
So Lily, you get back from the relic room. Esther, you're standing over Catherine's body with the relics in hand, and Lily and Florence, you're about to go and find Lind when you all hear a cracking noise, as if somebody was breaking several sticks over their knees.
Sorry, but I realize stuff is happening. But like, did I have a moment to sort of do a quick task?
Sure, go ahead.
I used the clay to sculpt a little lion, and then I clip the collar such that only a small portion of it is left, and I wrap it around the neck.
Cool. Makes sense. Yeah, you remove the power from that relic. It's been subdued. You're doing that, Esther. You're in the process of doing that, and you all turn to hear this cracking noise coming from Catherine's body as her arms are beginning to go back and bend themselves out of their orientation. They crack, her back arches on her body, and her neck breaks with a snap as she turns her head upward. So she's standing like a spider, crouched on her legs and arms, with her neck snapped backward, staring directly at you, her mouth pointing towards the ceiling, her eyes pointing down. And then you watch as her eyeballs bulge out slightly and a bunch of centipedes come crawling out of the crack in between her eyes. They crawl out all over her face. Her mouth opens wide, and you hear a deep voice coming from inside that says, "Who is here? Somebody's done something. I can feel it. One of my fingers got cut off. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's very mean." Catherine's body shifts around and scuttles like an insect as it moves back towards the wall of the chalet. Her head swings back and forth, scanning over all of you. Another breath, a sharp intake comes through, and it says, "Oh, servants of death. Oh, I see. Oh, I was wondering when you'd get involved." The thing coughs, and a spray of thick, viscous fluid comes out of its throat, filled with cockroaches. It hits the ground in a splat on the chalet's floor as the cockroaches scurry away.
Professor, what now? As I clutch your arm.
Florence is like frozen.
Professor,
But
Catherine,
I
go
I
ahead.
attempt to psychic medium my way out of this.
yeah.
Is there anything I can read that someone else might?
You
not
may
be able-
you may roll empathy to try to interface with whatever is possessing Catherine's body right now.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Well done. You reach your mind out, Lily, to touch whatever is within Catherine at the moment, and you immediately feel as if your psyche has plummeted over a cliff and is plummeting into a deep, dark abyss. You pull yourself back just in time before you go completely insane.
Oh my God.
The creature turns Catherine's head with a snap of its neck towards you, Lily, and it says, "Oh, interesting, rather interesting." It scuttles backward and begins to walk up the wall of the chalet to now be crawling on the ceiling above all of you. It looks down on you, twisting Catherine's neck back and forth. "Such impressive abilities. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to hunt you all down and watch you die slowly."
Professor?
In a sheer moment of panic, I grab my crossbow and I fire.
The bolt flies off and impacts right into Catherine's head, and the creature goes, "Well, I suppose that's fair. Struggle on." And whatever's possessing Catherine's body leaves, and it falls with a slump from the ceiling to the floor, just in a mangled heap.
Ew.
It takes a few moments, and then a singular fly flies out of Catherine's mouth and buzzes away.
Professor!
Florence,
What,
Florence?
you have no fucking clue what that was.
I need a library.
And I yank you out of the room.
Holy moly. Yeah, even if I rolled for that, I would have no idea what that was.
Yep.
Child,
Yeah.
to me.
Wait, did we
Really-
destroy the relic? Did we destroy Catherine's relic?
Nope, you still have the skeleton key.
You need to do that, like, now.
You do not rush good art. Now, come on, we must leave.
This is equally urgent. What if she comes back to life in her broken body?
You know that's not how it works. They need another member of those people. Come on.
The Verdanthy. Yeah, that is true, Florence. Another Verdanthy would need to get a hold of the relic and use it.
All right. So we tally-ho back to Lind, probably?
Yeah, you all break out of the chalet, rushing back across the snow-covered ground and make it back to Lynn's canyon. He's fully packed up by the time you get back. He turns around and looks at all of you and he says, "Oh, a successful mission then. Congrats."
Save the congrats. Lind, you're coming with us.
We gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry, what?
You're coming
Time to
with
go.
us.
He thinks for a moment. Yes, actually, that works perfectly for me. Yes. Off we go. He swings his pack up onto his back. He says, would you mind if I just made a quick trip back to the chalet? I have a couple of,
Absolutely not. We gotta go right now.
it shouldn't take but a moment, and these
Nope.
items are, okay, all right. You all rush out of the Yatharan Mountain Valley. The Bright Eyes still, unbeknownst to them, their leader dead and mangled in a heap on the chalet floor, making their way back from the mine. You all make your way up through the mountain pass to the established meeting point with Anna Zoran, and enter back into the carriage. As you come up to the carriage, like a fierce wind begins to blow, and like you can feel like the beginning of a blizzard starting. You can feel the chill on the back of your necks, and Anna Zorn like opens the door to the carriage. There's like a warmth that comes from inside from a heated stove, and she sees Lind there, and she's like, "What's this? Did we pick up a stowaway or something?"
New member. We'll explain later. We should leave right now.
"Ah, my good lady, so good to meet you," Lind says.
Get in the carriage, Lind.
All right. What are we in such a rush for? The Bright Eyes won't be back for another half day at least. And you all climb into the carriage. Anna like looks at all of you as she does so, and she gives a high sign to the carriage driver, and the carriage driver whips the reins on the horses, and you all head off, fleeing from the chalet. As you're riding away, Anna like looks around at all of you, sees your faces. Ester, you still have the skeleton key with you, and Anna says, "So how did it go?"
Yes, how did it go, Lilith?
Lily is she's in shock.
Well, let me tell you how it went, Anna Zorn. You made a child commit murder, not once, but twice. Congratulations.
She's
She
a
did wonderfully.
she's a hand of death, Esther. She knew what she was getting into.
She had no idea what she was getting into.
Well, it looks like she performed adequately.
I like reach over to Lilith's shoulder and I like give her a squeeze.
The death.
Anna Zorn,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Tony.
though
Sorry.
we may work together in the future, I must have you know, I will not forgive you for this.
For what? She says. Lily
Playing God.
Playing God, Lily has talents that she can use to aid us, Esther. She aided us in the mission. You killed the Verdanthy, I'm assuming. This is
Yes.
good. Then this is great. Excellent job, Lily. Yes, she nods.
I'm right here, everyone. Yes. But what exactly are we dealing with here? That was crazy.
I'm sorry.
I
What?
explained to Anna Lauren what happened after Catherine died, with the crawling on the walls and everything. I've never seen anything like it, and the voice that spoke to us was with the cockroaches that out of its
Not
mouth
of this
thing.
world.
Not of this world.
What? What are you talking about? Anna says. Could it have been the Verdant speaking through Catherine?
I thought it was such a low voice. I've always been told that the Verdanth was feminine and bright. What was that?
Ah, Lynn says. The Disgracia, yes. You spoke to it.
It.
Well, Catherine's had it speak through her before. It has a lower voice. A jovial tone, I would say, when it's not delivering messages. Lynn smiles. I mean, Catherine's quite good at affecting that voice. I don't think he smiles. I think she practiced it for hours, honestly.
Florence looks at Lind and her like jaws open a little bit, and then she looks back at Anna Lauren and she's like, I think the Degracia is very much real.
What? No, there are only two gods in Charis, Florence. You know
The
this.
Degracia might not be a god, but there's something.
Well, this is bad. We'll have to research this right away.
Yes, that's what I was saying. We need to go to the main library. Sure.
Esther, the skeleton key is still in your hands.
Correct.
Okay.
I suppose I put it in a pack.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to deal with it on the ride back or if you wanted to save that for next time.
I am not going to make art in a rickety carriage going down the mountainside with these bozos watching me. Absolutely not.
All right, fair enough. Just wanted to check. All right.
Privacy.
Privacy. Jeez. All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Lind turns to look at all of you and say, "It's real." Oh, that's ridiculous.
Lind, you're about to learn many ridiculous things.
And I think on that's where we'll call it for today. Quick little
Amazing.
session.
That was
That went
cool.
so much better than I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. for
Me
real.
too. So she has a notice skill of 4, and both times she rolled enough minuses where you just beat her.
Wow.
She would have seen you both and shot you to death. Nope.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
made your way through.
so creepy.
Mhm.
And while all of this has been happening, a thunderstorm's been rolling in, and I'm like in the
Ooh.
middle of like thunder and lightning. I'm spooked.
Wow. Also, that was just fun talking to you, Codex.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
While you were being characters.
Right, okay, yeah.
Also fun talking to you.
I figured that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, totally. Thanks. Yep.
Oh, spooky, scary.
Visions of things to come. Cool. Yeah. I think we're good. Anybody want to do any shout outs, things you're doing? It's only been a week, but hey, you know.
It's been a week. Aren't the Clippy Awards next week?
Yes. Oh, yes. And that is why I was utterly hyper focused and distracted and late.
No worries.
So yes, I have a lot of work to do. I'm going to dive back into it, but you guys should all come hang out in my stream on Saturday, the 8th. And look at me. The stream will start around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it'll go probably 6 to 8 hours. It's a long one. It's epic. Steph is involved. It's amazing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Anybody else?
I just got normal paint and stuff to do. I finished the Zacharias painting last time, and it was excellent. And now we're gonna move on to other things on my Twitch channel. But the Clippy Awards are like the MVP of the Twitch year. I'm gonna say.
Although I think I did see that Zacharias painting on your Instagram, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty epic too.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Thank you.
When are you gonna do shoot, what's the name of the like Fury lady?
Megara.
Yeah, Megara.
If you want to commission me, I'll do her next.
I don't know about that, but like
make it happen, folks.
I
That
just-
would be a sizzling painting.
Yeah.
Thanatos, I can do him too. Let's go.
Yeah. Are you doing a series? I guess that's the question I'm asking. Yeah.
Zach was a commission, so it's
Ah,
a
okay.
one-off. But I might be inclined to do the other two because it actually didn't take me as much time as I thought it would. So we'll see.
Cool.
Oh, people, listen. Y'all clowns in the chat. I want to see that painting. Here, let me shout out that I just had a lot of fun with y'all today. I really enjoy playing these kinds of games with my friends, and it means a lot to me just spending time like in a silly fantasy world, having a good time with y'all.
Totally.
It's
Same.
so good. All right.
Okay. With that, we'll see you all on the 15th. Hope you had a good one.
Bye.
Yeah.
Later.
Let me just shift over here. There we go.